Okay, you ready?
No.
All right.
Wait, so you can actually see me in the...
Yeah, it's really weird. Stop it. Oh my god, it's so weird. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, and welcome to the 24th episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast.
Oh my goodness.
My name is Benedict. You probably know me better as the face of the famous BHL Hudson YouTube channel.
Oh, I don't think people know you better for that.
No one does. With me as always, actually no, here we talk about movies.
Just crap, stop.
Here we talk about movies, TV shows, comics, bunch of nonsense. With me as always is my friend, co-host, and trapped inside of a mirror buddy.
Oh goodness.
Frederick.
Whew.
Just want to say, we did not plan this mirror thing at all.
It just happened.
it's meant to be, really. Oh my god, this is so weird.
So incredibly different. I feel like most of the pod's just gonna be us going.
That's how it usually is. See,
Yeah.
I thought I would be able to like cut away from any like offensive gestures or faces you make, but I realized it's gonna be in the background of every single one of my shots. So
Exactly.
I'll have to like censor this out. I'll hold my hand up like this the entire time.
I have a question, BHL.
No.
You know how? Okay. You know how you usually put on pictures for the pod?
Yeah.
Is that also gonna be in this one?
No. Well,
no.
maybe. I don't know. Because it does help me make the time codes, you know, because I have to hit those time codes.
You do have to
Sneak
hit them.
peek, we have some time codes in the description. Now I can do this to show the time codes. But, I don't know, maybe. I don't think so because I have to, like, layer our videos over each other so they can't be pictures. But, hey, we'll try. So I just want to say, yeah, in case you don't know what's happening, I hit 20,000 on YouTube. It's a little humble brag. And because of that, I did a little face reveal. And we thought it could be fun. We'll talk about the face reveal later.
Well, you thought it could be fun. I hate my face being on the internet.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
We thought it could be fun to do a little face podcast. Just saying, this will only be this one time, because this is really weird.
And we're very ugly.
We're incredibly hard to look at. And if you don't like this, which I completely understand, the good thing is, it's a podcast, which usually you would just listen to.
Yeah.
So you can just listen to it and act like this video isn't here. But if you want to watch...
Then we're here for you.
Also, we don't know where to look on the cameras. We're using phones, but I'll talk about that in a second. By the way, time codes in the description, so you can skip around. We're going to talk news this episode. So you can skip around to the different news topics. If you don't care about this, we need to do some explaining here. We don't know where to look on the camera, because looking into the lens, we've discovered is a little too intense. So normally in the podcast, we just kind of like look around, room, computer at each other.
You might see us go like so.
Yeah, it happens occasionally. Freddie has a... you won't see that, ever. But so, we're sorry if we kind of don't really know where to look. But we'll try. Also, we're filming this on iPhones, not professional cameras.
So bear with us.
Yeah, the professional camera I got for the face reveal I borrowed, could not get it back this time. Well, I probably could have.
I broke it.
And also, for the face reveal, I tried to make myself look very presentable. I shaved, I did everything, got the lighting
here
right.
He is looking like a homeless
loser. Well, yeah, and this one is more...
It's more chill.
A little bit on a whim. Yeah, so this is what we really...
This is what we really look like.
That was all video filters. Now you see the real BHL and the fake FDK.
Yeah, I look much better in person, I tell you.
He doesn't. And finally, just want to say, yes, this podcast is late because we were traveling this weekend. A little bit more than the weekend, actually.
Oh.
If you know what I mean. But maybe we'll talk about that later. But yeah, we were off in a little cabin by the beach situation. It was
very nice.
Pristine. Anyway, people did not come to the Poorly Planned for our beach stories. Unless they do.
In which case, here you go. 30-minute beach story.
Anyway, we come here for movies and mini reviews and such. So, let's do that. This show keeps getting better and better. First of all, mini reviews. Little reviews of stuff we watched this week. First of all, or the past 2 weeks, Deadpool 2.
Oh.
We saw this together.
Did we?
Yes. Oh, by the way, spoilers for Deadpool 2. I'm gonna put this in.
What did you think of it? I know we already made a video on it, but...
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. It was probably... I liked it more than the first one.
I disagree, Hudson. And so
it.
And so your video is worthless.
Yeah, I thought... Well, I've written a few notes here to talk about. But overall, the movie, it was super, super enjoyable. Like, it's not like a perfect movie. Like, it's not going to win any Oscars. But it was just, I had such a fun time. I laughed a lot. The action was pretty cool for the most part. And I thought it was exactly what I wanted to see. Because the first film, it's pretty crazy and, like, it's a lot of fun. But it's not, like it has two main action scenes in two places.
Exactly.
Like,
it's not a very big movie.
Yeah, this was way bigger, and I think normally with a sequel that can kind of be a detriment, but I think this one definitely benefited from it. So yeah, I enjoyed that.
My sister actually saw the movie as well yesterday, which is weird. Yeah, she liked it. She liked Domino especially.
Yeah.
So
what did you think of Domino?
Domino, I liked.
I thought, yeah.
I was very with the whole X-Force thing, how they were all. I liked the twist that they all just died.
I think that was the funniest part of the movie.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. The X-Men show up, which was pretty hilarious. But yeah, I mean, just overall as an experience, there was so much going on, and it could have been really, really clustered and muddled. But I thought it really like balanced it well, and it was super funny. And it was pretty crowded theater, and everyone seemed to really love it. I've just written down a few little notes here for us to talk about. Am I close enough to the mic? I feel like I'm not. Also, I realize with the camera now, whenever you say something incredibly stupid, I can give a little Jim face to the camera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, you can't do it. You do more
No.
Do more of a Stanley.
Well, who's Stanley? Udovich? Oh.
No. Udovich. That's Ryan. How dare you?
Sorry, I don't know.
In the name of Udovich. We'll get to Udovich. Anyway,
the
Deadpool
little man.
2.
I'm sorry. Go on.
The German's nickname for me is the little man.
That's a bingo.
This is why we film it. Joke, story. I mean, what do you think of... Well, actually, we'll get to that. The Juggernaut, he showed up.
I like the Juggernaut.
I had that spoiled for me like a lot before going in.
I saw the thumbnail in
the little Mr.
videos.
Sunday. Yeah. Mr. Sunday, come on.
Come on, bro. Not cool.
We're buddies. No, but I thought that was like a really... Even though the CGI wasn't great all the time, I thought it was a good redemption of that character since he was Vinnie Jones. They defeated him by sticking an electrical wire in his ass.
They do, yeah.
I mean, fine, whatever. Oh, they don't.
Does he die?
No, you see him at the last shot. You see him kind of crawling out of the pool.
Yeah, but.
But is he dead?
But shouldn't they have killed him? Because he'll just be more trouble.
Yeah, but I think they just want him back for more sequels. The only thing I didn't really like was the CGI. The CGI was really bad at points. Like, some of it was amazing, but some of it was like really, really obvious. Like, the first film had that too. You know when he's fighting Ajax at the end?
Yeah.
There's some stuff that just looks like they're like rubber figures. Sorry, I feel like I look really tiny when I lean back.
You do.
The little man?
Everyone's heard about the bear Jew.
Anyway,
I didn't really like Russell at times, or Feuerfist.
That's a good accent.
Thank you. He was kind of a dickhead sometimes.
Sometimes he was a little annoying, but I thought it was a good performance. But like in the climax when he's like running around, he's like yelling at Eddie Marsden. That got a little. Yeah. But for the most part, I thought it was really good. Also, Eddie Marsden is in this.
Who's Eddie Marsden?
He's the teacher at the school, like the bad guy.
Oh yeah. He's also in Sherlock Holmes
and Atomic Blonde, and The World's End, and Filth. That movie with James McAvoy where he's.
Oh yeah.
He does things. He actually drugs Eddie. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, I already made a video about it. The only thing that and that's all that matters in the world. The only last thing I want to talk about. Have you heard about the alternate post-credit scenes for the movie?
Not alternate, I don't think.
Well, because there were a few ideas they had, and I thought the ones that they did have were hilarious.
They were with the Green Lantern
and Deadpool, X-Men Origins. Those were great, but these I think also sound equally, if not more, hilarious. So the first one had Deadpool. So at the end, obviously, he gets the time travel device in the end credit scenes to go back in time. And another end credit scene that they cut had Deadpool going back to 1881, where he finds Adolf Hitler as a baby in a crib, and he spends like a solid minute trying to decide if he should shoot this baby in the head or not. And then I believe it ends with him just like coming towards the baby with a pillow and just smothering it or something. It sounds kind of like it would have been hilarious. And then the other one has Chris Evans walking at, the X-Force audition place.
Oh yeah.
Where, they all show up.
Oh,
Chris Evans walks in. Well, yeah, and everyone assumes he's Captain America, and he flames on or something. So that all sounds very good.
Yeah, it does. That actually does sound pretty good.
But the ones we got were also fantastic. So yeah, overall, Deadpool 2, I'd say I loved it, and you thought it was pretty good.
I really did like it, but I still think the first one is a bit better.
Yeah, the only thing I would say about this one is just I don't know if I would ever rewatch it. It does
because it sucks balls.
Then I saw Solo with a friend, so I wasn't solo.
Oh.
I'm gonna put a laugh track in there. Well, I'm planning on making a review on it, so
So shut up.
so we're moving on. And so I have like a bunch of notes written down. However, those are on my phone, which is currently recording, so I can't really see them. So just off the top of my head, it was fine. It was good. It was incredibly like serviceable, and that's the exact thing I was kind of scared of with this, because you know how it had Phil Lord and Chris Miller before? You didn't know who they are, do you?
No, not at all.
Idiot. Directors of 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, Lego Movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh,
you know,
I love that.
They make amazing movies. They're really creative and funny people, and they made like basically the entire movie, and then they were kicked off because like it was too crazy. And then they got Ron Howard to come in.
And God knows I hate Ron Howard.
And longtime viewers of the show. Well, no, Ron Howard. No, Ron Howard's great, but like this was just exactly what I didn't want it to be. It was just safe, like completely.
So Ron Howard.
Such a Howard movie. No, from the movies I have seen, like Apollo 13, like they're good, but he also made that one where Chris Hemsworth fights Moby Dick or something. I don't know.
The Heart of the Sea?
Yes, that one. He made that. That's a subtitle.
Chris Hemsworth fights Moby Dick. That's how he sold it.
I mean, Alden Ehrenreich is actually really good as Han Solo. Lando, he was probably the best performance. Emilia Clarke kind of sucked. Like,
did she?
She's so good on Game of Thrones, and she's so either bad or fine in the movies she's in. I just don't get, like, Terminator Genesis, she was terrible. And this one, some of the lines she had were, like sometimes she did a pretty good job. Some of them, like, cringiest lines there were two that I wrote down. I don't remember them specifically, but
what about when she was like, "You're looking a little rough around the edges"?
No, that was fine. Like, most of it is fine, but at the end, spoilers, I guess, not really. She's like, she said something about a smile, like some incredibly
smile
cheesy...
daddy.
She tells Alden to smile daddy. Some incredibly cheesy line about smiling, and it was just, it hurt my soul physically.
Oh, okay. Does she die?
Did I say spoilers?
No.
Spoilers. Wait, I'm gonna give a little 10-second little spoiler thing.
Very good.
That's my spoiler snap. No, she does not die. She gets away in the end. But everyone else dies. Woody dies.
No.
Which was the not cringiest, but most hilarious death I've seen in a long time. Because the whole movie, he talks about wanting to just play this, like, space flute or something. I don't know. Like, I don't remember it has a specific name. But then, and I was like, as soon as he said that, it's like one of the first things he says, I was like, that's going to be his dying words. Like, I wish I could have played the space flute or whatever. And then that's exactly what happens. And then he like, do you remember when Marion Cotillard died in The Dark Knight Rises? You don't, do you?
Yes.
You do?
I actually...
It was very much like that. It was like, Woody, what are you doing? Because the rest of the movie, Woody was pretty great. Yeah.
What about Solo?
What, Alden?
Yeah.
He was surprisingly good. Like, he captured...
Alden did all right.
He captured the spirit, I would say. There was a cameo in there. There was a sneaky Darth Maul cameo. Do you know who Darth Maul is?
He's the red guy, right?
Yes. Darth Maul, the red guy. He shows up, and it turns out he was the boss all along, like who Paul Bettany Vision was answering to. He's also pretty good. I really liked Paul Bettany in this. And so he shows up at the end, and he's like, Emilia Clarke, come to Tatooine so I can put together a crew or something. By the way, I realized normally when we do the podcast, I edit out like all the terrible things we say.
Oh yeah.
And it's hopefully like all the terrible inside jokes we have, and it's hopefully not too jarring in the audio, but I realize in the visual it's going to be they're going to be very strong jump cuts here, so I'm sorry for that in advance. He's what was I saying? Yeah, Darth Maul's in it. I think they really wanted to set it up for a sequel, but no one went to see it except for me.
Boom.
Suck it, Howard. And the main thing about this movie for me was I saw it in 4D.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Our local cinema just got a 4D cinema, where basically I put this out on Twitter and people were like, "Oh, you're joking about that, right?" I was like, "No, this is a very real thing that I very much paid for."
How much did the tickets cost?
It was 80 kroner extra than normal. I don't know what kroner is in dollars, but
it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
So I thought it was just gonna be like the seats kind of shake a little bit, but it was like the seats move up and down. There's water that sprays on you. There's like sharp blasts of air that hit you in the back of the head. There's a part of the chair that comes out and like hits you in the back. When someone gets like very early on, Alden gets like hit in the back with something, and you just get. That's the sound of my spine. No, it was a really weird experience, and most of the time it was kind of hilariously distracting, but some of the times in like the speeder chase and stuff, it was actually really, really cool. Like the first scene of the movie, I think, is Alden going through the mean streets of Harlem, of whatever planet he's on.
New York.
It felt like you were it was really, really cool. And I'd love to do that for something like Baby Driver, but yeah, I would not. I would recommend trying it, but not seeing anything you actually really care about.
What about Chewie? Does he die? Was
Yes.
my prediction correct?
No, that's see correcto. I'm sorry if I keep doing this, by the way. It's a bad habit I've gotten into thanks to Frederick. But no, that scene in the trailer, it's like a very small part of that. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I haven't talked a lot. Like, there are some really cool action moments, and there are some things I did like, but overall, it's not very memorable. And I don't think it's like something you have to rush out and see. And also, the third act, it kind of falls apart in the third act. Do you have anything you wanna hit besides my face?
I watched a little bit of Two Guns, which is
With Denzel and Marky Mark.
yes.
I love the trailer for that movie.
I like kind of watched it on and off. But what I saw was pretty good.
Yeah.
Marky Mark flirts up the waitress in the first 5 minutes.
Oof, that sounds
Classic
like a real,
Marky move.
sounds like a real Wahlburger thing to do.
And it's all right.
Well, we watched. I mean, okay, separately, I watched most of Django Unchained through like YouTube clips and that kind of stuff, just quite a bit, because I've already seen the full movie, and
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite movies. I absolutely love that film. And yeah, it's still amazing. And then we watched. Well, I did the same for Inglorious Basterds, and then when we were out camping, not camping, in cabins this weekend.
Yes.
And we,
yeah.
Freddie and I, we watched like the first 20 minutes of Inglorious Bastards,
And then
and then Freddie fell asleep.
Yeah.
Because Freddie's a massive wuss.
you don't handle his Aldo.
Yeah, we didn't even get to Aldo. We only got to Kristoff.
Christoph going Shoshana.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we saw. So yeah, just I guess that was worth mentioning.
You loser.
And then what we did
The
actually
next
watch
day.
the next day, we were like, okay, you know what? For midnight, watching all of Inglorious Bastards might be a little heavy.
Impossible.
It's a lot of talking. It's very, it's not a great movie. Just kind of sit down, like,
Yeah.
watch, just have a good time with. So instead,
So we turn to the greatest comedy of all time.
we watched
Mickey and the Three Musketeers.
whatever it's the Disney Three Musketeers movie, which
So good.
I've only seen it in Danish, so this was really weird. But
Yeah, me too.
I've seen it like dozens upon dozens of times growing up. So we thought that could be kind of hilarious, and it was indeed hilarious. Pete, Stinky Pete is in it.
Pete and his fat ass.
It gets a lot of showtime, and surprisingly, there's a part
Yeah.
where one of his goons is like, "Come check out the boss's fat ass." That's a direct line. No, it's a fantastic movie. I mean, not really. It's fine, but
It's I just have so much nostalgia for it.
Yeah, infinite nostalgia. And Donald is a chicken, and Goofy is.
Lol. Not a duck anymore, is he?
That's some clever writing right there. No, it was super fun. That's
I watched and finished all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So good, I love it.
Can you explain in what time span you watched this?
Yeah, I watched all 5 seasons.
You
in the
lifeless corpse.
in the time span of just under 2 weeks.
Impressive.
And very, very sad.
And everyone mock him, please. No, I should really get into it.
It's so good.
Would you say it's better or worse than New Girl?
Ooh. I'd say it's up to par with New Girl.
Hot dang. I should really watch.
Hot diggity dog.
I should really watch New Girl as well. Well, yeah, I've seen the first 4 episodes, and it's really good so far. And you say it only gets better. So.
The first like half of the season they were kind of getting to know each other and stuff like that. But after that, just
I love Andy Samberg's
and
like my favorite. human
Peralta
being.
and New Girl have a crossover in one of the
I
episodes.
saw
Yeah.
Peralta and New Girl. The show's not called Peralta. Then no one would watch it. Moving on to some of that news.
Oh, news.
If
we
we
get
are
an
ready.
intro for the news though.
First of all, the Skyscraper trailer.
Why do
Did
you sound so
see it?
excited? This is not something to be excited over.
This is the least
This is a
exciting
tragic
news.
loss for us.
The Skyscraper trailer. Did you see it? Die Hard with Dwayne.
I've seen
Dwayne Hard. Go on.
I saw one of them. I don't know if
No, it was a new one.
then I don't think so.
Damn it. It looks really bad. Honestly, I think the biggest fault of the trailer is I don't remember it at all. Like I think you probably got the exact same experience just watching the first trailer. It's just Dwayne in a building. It's 2 hours of that. And then, like, terrorists come in, and then Dwayne has to one-leggedly fight them off in his Dwayniest way. How many times do you think we can say Dwayne before we get
Every time we take a shot, every time we say Dwayne, we have to take a shot. Every time we take a shot, we have to say Dwayne.
We should implement that into our real life. Yeah, no, it looks completely unexceptional, but maybe it'll be super funny. Like, what?
It looks like a complete waste of time and a trash movie.
Okay. Next piece of news. James Mangold is going to do the Boba Fett film.
Why not James Man Silver? Or James Woman Silver?
Now you can see the true intensity of hatred that goes on in this podcast. So, do you know who James Mangold is?
He's a director.
Yes. He directed Logan.
Oh.
And The Wolverine.
Isn't that the same thing?
Nerd power. He's going to do the Boba Fett movie, which I don't really know why they're making a Boba Fett movie.
Because that character trash.
Well, kind of. I mean, in the...
Doesn't he die, like, being swallowed by
worst
some weird
way?
worm monster?
Yeah, so in the whole, like, original trilogy, he's treated as this, like, super badass, like, bounty hunter, but you never see him do anything. And the only thing you really see him do is...
F*** up.
Well, yeah, he gets hit by Han Solo, who's temporarily blind in that scene. He gets hit in the, like, jetpack and flies into the Sarlacc pit. But apparently he's, like, in the books and stuff and comics and video games and all that. He's super cool and does a lot of cool things. Like, he looks awesome, but he's kind of become a joke character. But, sure, I mean, James Mangold makes good movies, so I would be... Even The Wolverine, which, like, is nowhere near Logan, I think is a really fun action movie. Like, it has all the Wolverine, like, badass lines, and... Yeah, are you up for seeing that? I mean, after seeing Solo...
With you? No.
Well,
I'm not
after...
gonna watch Solo either.
Yeah, after Solo, I just feel like... one big problem I had with Solo was just, like, the pointlessness of it all. I know some people were like, how do you say... it shouldn't be made as a complaint against a movie. Like, should any movie really be made? You know, philosophical, whatever. But, like, this movie, Solo really didn't need... it gets in my eye. Ghost of Alden.
Just rummaging around in there.
Solo just felt like... the entire time I was watching, I was like, I don't really... If it was a really, like, exciting, good movie, I wouldn't be thinking about these things. But because it kind of dragged in parts, I was thinking, like... Why did they make this? Because, like, Han Solo is such a cool, badass character. And, like, he shows... And, like...
Yeah.
They give the origin of his name in the movie, which is, like...
And what is the...
It's so... Like, that was the moment where I was like...
Okay, this is a bad movie.
Okay, this is 0 out of 10. No, but, like, he goes up to an Imperial officer at the very start, and he's like, my name is Han, and the Imperial officer's like, so what family or clan are you from? And he's like, I don't have a family or clan. And he's like, oh, I guess you'll be... Han Solo. The whole theater exploded.
The seats erupted.
Like, he just shows up, he has a cool name, he has a cool blaster. Like, I don't want to know necessarily where he got the cool name and cool... Like, that suddenly makes his name significantly less cool. That it wasn't, like, just something cool that
it's just
he had.
that he's a loner.
Yeah, some Imperial officer gave it to him. And, like, yeah, and they show how Woody Harrelson gave him his blaster, which I guess is fine. I do like a Harrelson scene.
I do love a little Woody.
But yeah, I don't know. But Boba Fett, with a really talented director like James Mangold, I think it could be cool. Next piece of news, I think...
What is this terrible piece of news?
It's just incredible. Idris Elba is directing and starring in the Netflix new
Hunchback
movie
of Notre Dame.
So Idris is going to be Quasimodo.
He's playing Quasimodo? Elbamodo.
Elbamodo, yes.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I'm always up for a little Idris.
Do you think Idris is too incredibly handsome to play Quasimodo?
Well, he's kind of ugly. Quasi Elba, as I like to call him.
Well, I don't think I've seen the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Obviously it's a story besides the Disney one, but I haven't seen the Disney one. Have you?
I have. It's a long time ago though.
Well, yeah, I think Idris could do that if they really like. I mean, they got what's his name to play the Beast in Beauty and the Beast, and he's Skarsgård. Nope.
I don't know.
Definitely not Skarsgård. Dan something or other. He was
Denzel Washington.
Anyway, so yeah, no, I'm interested to see that, even though I don't know if Idris has any talent as a director.
Oh, speaking of directors and actors, you know who's sometimes directs the Elementary episodes. Johnny Lee Miller. A boom.
So that's why they're terrible.
Oh, I see.
Because Johnny's blind. Well, you know who... Dude, The Office has had so many guest directors. They got Cranston in there.
Really?
They got Harold Ramis.
Who's that?
One of the Ghostbusters. They got Krasinski in there. Carell.
Oh my gosh.
Udovich.
Udovich directed?
Udovich directed a few...
But he's the little man.
He is, but he's also the big man in the directing chair. That's how I came on a set every day. I'm the little man, but also the biggest man. So yes, why are we talking about Lee Miller? Next up, Paul Rudd and James Marsden are going to be in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Who's James Marsden?
He's...
And why is not James Jupiterson?
He's Cyclops in the original X-Men films.
Oh! He's kind of dicky, isn't he?
That's an odd assumption to make. He's also in Enchanted as the prince man.
Sure.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I do love myself some Rudd.
Rudd is fantastic. So it's going to be Sonic, I believe.
Is it going to be like a live action?
Yeah, I believe Sonic comes to the real world. This seems kind of like the Smurfs situation, where the Smurfs come to New York and meet, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris? Which yeah, I don't think was good on any level. Well, okay.
Really? I like the first. I like the first two movies.
It is what it is. Rudd. Next up, there was a trailer for
catchphrase. It is what it is. Rudd.
Oh man, I look weirdly sunburnt.
Wonder where that could be from.
There was a new trailer for Bad Times at the El Royale.
Royale with cheese. It looks very good actually.
I don't really remember much of it because it was very early in the morning. No, it looks fantastic.
So is Hemsworth the bad guy?
I don't know. I just remember Hemsworth showing up going, "Howdy," and then that's the big moment of the trailer, and it was kind of anticlimactic.
And John Hamm's the main guy?
Oh yeah, Ham's in it. That's amazing.
I love Ham.
Wait,
Ham's really stepping up in the world, isn't he?
Well, he's in Tag,
So,
which I think is the ultimate step that you want to go.
Never mind.
Bad Times at El Royale cast. Let's look this up.
Jeez.
Shut up. Hemsworth, Dakota Johnson. I like how there's a girl in this who just plays impressionable Southern girl, which I think is a role you could play perfectly.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's directed by Drew Goddard. That's actually amazing. He directed The Cabin in the Woods, which is a great film.
Isn't Hemsworth also in that?
Yeah, he is actually. Have you seen it?
No.
You
I
really
just seen
should.
Hemsworth's sex scene in it.
That's the least impressive part of that movie. He also he wrote The Martian, and he was the showrunner for Daredevil for a while.
Oh wow.
So I think he's really talented. So that's great. And it looks. I don't really know what it is. It's a thriller, I think.
Probably.
Oh my god! Sorry, my phone just ran out of storage.
I got that. Royale with cheese.
You can keep going, actually.
Oh. That's all good.
Oh, now we can also have a little behind-the-scenes action. You can just hear over there.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't you do that earlier? I hate you.
It's a terrible Barnes.
Now that I can't abide.
I'm just gonna edit a montage.
Bananas! Oh, that's... Okay. I'm on it, Tuckers. I'll do the Hudson hand. Thank you, Tuckers.
Do a little intermission. Sorry, we had to take a little intermission because I ran out of battery again, and now Freddy is being a pig.
I thought you loved smoking pigs.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, sync. So what were we talking about? The little man,
Jamie. We're about to start on Jamie.
Jamie Foxx is, to star in Spawn. Now, we're not going to talk about this for a while.
Which video game did he die in?
He's like an anti-hero who has a really good cape or something. There was a movie in the 90s. I don't know.
So, what's interesting about him? He has a really good cape.
I know nothing about him. Sorry, I'm eating a donut. No, yeah. He's, whatever. Sure. Do you want to see Fox and Things? That's how Fox approaches people. Hello, would you like to see Fox and Things?
Fox and Things. Sounds like a show. Like a reality show.
He's just inside different things.
Yeah. Fox and Things.
Sounds like a children's book.
A really weird children's book.
Sorry. Moving on. Did you see the Avengers 4 concept art?
No, I did not.
I can actually use your phone to show it to you. It's Freddy's terrible old phone, by the way. Oh, that's Clash of Clans.
Shut up. I don't have Clash of Clans on there anymore.
Why do I just open your internet and it just says Inglorious Basterds Brad Pitt, and it's open on this Apache picture?
Yeah. No comment.
Can we just go through these tabs? The Underminer, Good Fish Seasoning, Fish Shop,
and the Apache.
One of these is not like the others. Here is the leaked concept art that apparently is real.
Why is Hulk wearing a bodysuit?
I don't know. I mean, are you very upset about that?
Yes.
Do you want to see them rippling green Ruffalo muscles?
Okay, I'm not going to answer that.
No, I need that back.
The rippling green Ruffalo muscles.
The Ruffalo Ruffles. From this we can see the Wasp isn't there. Captain America has his old suit back. Although this one has like little, you can't really see it because this image is really low quality, but it has like little scales on it. I think sometimes does in the comics. Black Widow has her old hair back. And again, this concept art sometimes isn't entirely reflective of the movie. So some of this might be different, but it looks cool. And apparently we're supposed to get title confirmation at some point in the near future, along with a Captain Marvel trailer.
Avengers.
I hope it's that. Not that, but like something like that. That would be dope.
We need to go.
How to Train Your Dragon 3 poster.
Oh, I'm
and
so
also
excited
trailer.
for it.
You are a massive How to Train Your Dragon fan. Because I've seen the other movies. I never really like grew up with the first one like a lot of people did, but it's good. It's really good. And the second one I think is also really good, even though I haven't rewatched it recently. I think I'll do a Best and Worst of DreamWorks before this comes out or something like that. Yeah, a little BHL self-advertising in there. The trailer looks pretty cool. It's got... So there's now a female Toothless, I guess?
Yeah, and she's white. It's like yin yang.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. A little Kung Fu Panda.
It's probably not.
And Hiccup has a beard, which I think might be like a look into the future, maybe.
Or he might shave it off.
You don't like the beard?
I like him more without the beard.
Well, let's see. Okay, I'm looking at this cast and I'm trying to figure out who the new addition is. I don't know who's in the other. So, Valka, was she in the others?
Valka.
It's Kate Blanchett.
I'm not really sure with the names.
Gerard Butler, Jerry B. He was Stoic the Vast. Pretty sure that's his dad.
Oh, Stoic, yeah.
Oh,
but he's
Stoic. Hello, my name is Stoic.
Stoic.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
He's in it, but
Kit Harington
as what?
as Eret. Pretty sure he was in the last one. Digimon Hansu, aka Who. He's in it.
Who's in it?
Now that's... So yeah, no, the trailer looks really... It looks really good. I think if I had more nostalgia for the series, like the final chapter and everything, I'd be more excited. But I really like the others, so I'm excited for that on that level. I don't have that personal investment like you do.
Ah, true.
Speaking of animation sequel trailers, there was a Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet trailer.
I did, yeah, with all the princesses.
Yes. So that's pretty much the only... I mean, the main takeaway from it is they go to Disney World, basically, on the internet, which is... I mean, it's a great idea, like, and it's basically just Disney showing off, like, all the stuff they have. We see Iron Man is in it, like Marvel, there's Star Wars, there's the princesses, there's probably going to be Pixar. That doesn't sound like English. Yeah, I hope it's a little more than just, like... Actually, I would be fine with that if it was just Disney characters. That could be cool. What was I saying? Yeah, so what did you think of the Disney princesses part?
That was alright.
Yeah, it's really cool to see them, like... together, like all of them,
but
like,
some of the animation is
it's a little jarring
weird,
to
right?
see like Cinderella in 3D animation.
Yeah, exactly.
Like seeing Moana and Elsa and that kind of stuff like all together.
Yeah, that's fun.
I mean, there's the whole joke at the end about how the big strong man gets all the credit for it, which weirdly enough, like the exact same joke was in the Lego Movie 2 trailer. It's kind of weird that the same someone's copying it around here. I just thought it was weird that the two animation trailers the same week had like the exact same joke in them. But look, it looks really cool, and I hope if we can get like you know, not just crossovers within the different worlds, but like we see, I don't know, a Marvel character and a Star Wars character crossover, because like there's a lot of like unlimited possibilities there.
Yeah,
that could be great. There was also the trailer for Lego Movie 2. Oh, the second part or the second piece,
guess.
Second brick.
It looks alright.
Look, everyone was saying like, oh, this looks amazing, this looks hilarious. I thought it looked
really bad.
Well, I didn't think it looked that great, actually, because I didn't think it was that funny. I mean, the animation looks good, and the cast still looks good, but it just looked very, like, kind of, like, mediocre to me. That being said...
You thought that about the last one, didn't you?
Yeah, the Lego movie, the original, and I saw that trailer when I was, like, 11 or 12. I thought it looked like the worst thing in the world. Like, I thought it looked, like, unfunny, terrible, like, the most childish, just, like, garbage. And that's, like, one of my favorite movies now. So, no matter how bad the trailers may look, and this looks fine, I'm still going to be excited for it. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. Oh, over to some Batman news.
Oh.
It's rumored that the Penguin may be the villain in The Batman. So,
And the Batman is happening when?
Probably 2019-ish. Maybe.
Okay.
With Matt Reeves of Planet of the Apes fame.
and Affleck isn't doing it anymore?
Well, Affleck is like... He's either in or he's out, depending on the week. There's an article like every week, like Ben Affleck wants to be Batman, or Ben Affleck doesn't want to be Batman, so who knows at this point. But what do you think about the Penguin being him?
Sure.
People are saying, do you have any dream casting choices before I hit you with the two that people have been saying, which are both equally
for the
great?
Penguin?
Yeah.
I love that Gad would be pretty good.
That's one of the people have been saying.
And another one would be...
I'd be surprised if you get this. Although it has to do with the director.
And who's the director again?
Matt Reeves, of Planet of the Apes fame. A little bit of that circus for the Penguin.
Really? I thought it was going to be Keanu Reeves. Because Reeves?
No. A little bit of that circus for that Penguin.
I could see Gad as a good Penguin, actually.
Just in real life. No, but Gad's not intimidating. I'm not scared of Gad.
Really?
Well... like, I'm scared of him for many reasons, but not anything that could be with the Penguin. Like, in Murder on the Orient Express, he was kind of like...
He was kind of scary, wasn't he?
I mean, we just started laughing every time he said anything. He's a delightful character actor, and I don't know if he could pull off the Penguin. Moving on. Jared Leto's Joker may get his own movie...
Move.
He may get his own solo... Or, he is getting his own solo movie.
His own Alden's movie.
Oh, this is exhausting. So what do you think about that? Keeping in mind, it's terrible news, and you should feel bad about it.
Oh, and then I feel great about it. Oh,
damn it!
I'd like to see the character being fleshed out a little more. To use some technical movie talk. I mean, I'd see it. It probably won't be good, but I'd see it.
Well, they're really on this Suicide Squad train, which I do not understand. When you have so many other characters, like they haven't set a date for the Batman movie yet. There's no Man of Steel sequel in the talks. They haven't talked about a Justice League sequel. Like, but they're doing like 4 Harley Quinn movies and like 3 Joker movies and that kind of stuff. It's like, use your other characters, especially when Jared Leto's Joker is like one of the most unpopular, or at least controversial, takes on the character in a long time. Well, what would you do in a solo Jared Leto movie? Like, because like the one they're planning,
sure. Maybe an origin.
No, yeah, that's one they're doing with what's his name? Beard.
DiCaprio.
No, her.
Beard.
The one where he falls in love with a computer. Scarlett Johansson. What's his name? He's not Jake Gyllenhaal. He's the other one. I'm gonna hate myself so much for not knowing.
Zach Galifianakis. He could be a good Penguin.
Joaquin Phoenix. You know him.
I know the name.
Yeah, he's a terrifying man if you look at this picture of him. Now that's what that one's gonna be about. That's an origin. But this one is just, I don't know, like I guess he's running the crime world or whatever. It just sounds not compelling at all. If like Batman's not in it, it's just watching that for 2 hours sounds like it's incredibly obnoxious. Did you see the trailer for Halloween?
I don't think so.
Okay, so do you know what Halloween is? I'm actually kind of...
I do know what Halloween is, Hudson.
Wait.
It's where you go around and trick or treat.
No, damn it. It's
Oh no.
The movie series. It stars the famous horror villain Mike Myers. This is Mike Myers.
No, the killer dude from Halloween.
No, so they're coming back, those movies, and now there's a new Halloween man, Mike Myers. This is Mike Myers. And it looks... There's a lot of hype around this, inexplicably. I didn't realize people love this franchise so much, but people are very excited. And the movie looks fine. I've never seen any of these movies, so I have no idea what any of this is.
I mean, I think I actually saw the thumbnail for the trailer.
Well, there's a part where the only thing I remember is like There's a girl who like is being chased and she locks herself in the bathroom stall and then like drops some teeth over her or something. It's kind of creepy. And like there's a part at the end where the girl's babysitting a little kid and then he's like, there's something in the closet. And she's like, nothing in the closet. And she tries to close it and the closet opens, close it, and then Mike is there. And then your boy JD is hiding in the closet.
The no suddenly has a nose.
It should be the premise for the Baby Driver sequel. No-Nose suddenly has a nose. No, it looks... I won't see it, probably, because horror stuff. Benedict Cumberbatch saved a person from 4 muggers by beating them up.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of incredible. So he was driving around in, I believe, his Uber. And he saw some pedestrian getting mugged, and he got out and...
Classic Cumberbatch.
He beat up 4 muggers until they left, I guess. That's pretty amazing, right?
It is, yeah. I'm proud of him.
The Bumblebee trailer happened.
Bumblebee, as in the guy from Transformers?
The girl from Transformers? Yes. Did you not see this?
No.
Damn it, man.
I don't see a lot of trailers.
It's set in the 80s. It's a little Bumblebee origin for you.
Yeah, who cares?
It looks way better than any of the other...
Really?
Yeah. It has Edge of 17 girl.
Oh, I love Edge of 17 girl.
I need to watch all the Transformers movies for a video, but it looks perfectly fine. It's got
Is that Marky Moo?
No, it's set in the 80s.
Oh yeah, sure.
We have 10 minutes to wrap this up.
All right.
Billionaire Boys Club trailer. Do you see this?
No.
We talked about this a long time ago when the movie was going to come out, and I was so excited because it's got Elgort, Ansel, and Edgerton Terran.
That's a good save there. Look at you're doing it on purpose.
In a movie together. Isn't that incredible? Well, this was no news. Eddie, no news. This wasn't news at all because no one picked it up, and I was like, why is no one talking about this amazing combo of Terran and Ansel? But then I discovered immediately why no one was talking about it. Because it's also got that fat Spacey.
A fat Spacey?
And he's talking to Ansel, which would be an amazing baby Doc reunion if he wasn't also a super creep.
He was blinded by the balls on that kid.
He was indeed. So, it looks fine, but I'm really excited about the Terran Ansel crossover. But it does raise the question, like, what do you do with this big budget movie now that Spacey's in it? Like, you can't replace him like they did for the other one. So what do you... I guess you just have to release it and make no money.
Isn't this coming out... Like, was he hired after the whole thing?
No. He was hired before.
Okay.
He's not getting hired at all now. So look, as a movie, it looks fine. I'm looking forward to it. It's just a shame that Spacey had to be such a terrible person. There's a Kingsman sequel, prequel, spinoff, and TV show in the works.
Goodness.
So, sequel, it's going to be Kingsman 3's under the Harry Hart Eggsy crossover team-up happiness. That's how it was described on the website. That I'm really excited for. Then there's going to be a prequel set in the early 1900s. I assume about the founding of Kingsman, because I believe in the first movie he says they founded after World War One. So I guess how it came to be, which I'm not...
Oxford's not brogues.
That's the tagline for the movie. Which I'm not entirely sure I want to see, but sure, why not? A spin-off about the Statesman.
Oh, is Channing going to be in it?
I would hope so. Well, no, remember at the end of the last one, he became a Kingsman man.
Oh, I do remember.
He put on the bowler hat, and he looked like a real thumb in a hat. And also a TV show about who knows what. Now, does that seem like too much Kingsman stuff?
A little bit too much, I think.
Yeah.
I'd be up for maybe 2 of those.
Well, yeah, as the world's biggest Kingsman fan, I'd say I'm up for a sequel, and I'd watch a TV show. As far as a Statesman spinoff, that could work, but they weren't super compelling in the last one.
They were just kind of...
They're alright. And a prequel in the 1900s, I don't really know if we need to see that. Absolutely not.
Michael Caine's early 60s.
And now finally...
What is this terrible piece of news?
Jeremy Renner broke both of his arms filming Tag, and they had to be green screened on. Which is the most Renner thing to do in the world. And
oh my god, that's terrible.
I have a fantastic quote from John Hamm here on the subject. Jeremy Renner broke both of his arms at the same time. Day 3 of production. We had 40 more days to go. Keep in mind, this is a man who's done 100 Avengers movies and been fine. He does a movie about playing tag, both arms, like firewood, just snapped like a matchstick. So clearly Ham has a lot of Renner hatred built up.
Hate for him.
Yeah.
But how did he break them?
I guess he fell doing a tag stunt. It's so horrible.
Oh my god.
So I just want to say also, we're very excited to see.
iPhone storage full.
Oh, damn it, we have no time. All right, if Freddy's camera quality looks terrible from now on, it's because he's using his terrible phone.
Yeah.
All right, Renner broke both his arms. Poor Renner. A little bit of Tom Cnews right now. We also got...
Cue the music.
Oh, we can't cut away to it, so we just have to kind of like sit here awkwardly.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just stare at each other. I was playing in my head, and I hope we had enough. Also, Teen Movie Geek made a little Tom Cnews... a visual Tom Cnews intro for us. Play that now. Looks very nice. I'll send it to you later.
Oh.
Tom Cnews, Top Gun 2 started. That's it.
Like production of it?
Yeah, he posted a picture. It was like, I feel the need.
The need for speed.
For cocaine, as Cruz would probably say. Now we were going to do summer box office predictions, but Freddie has to leave in 4 minutes. So we're just going to get into them announcements right now.
Now, what is this? The Derp Lord poorly planned.
What did he sent something on the email. Oh, the Derp Lord sent like a little video for the pod. I'm gonna play that now. I'll show you later.
Okay.
It's very nice. Do a little Thanos. Very good. I did the face reveal and I got someone Llamas Eat Fruit on Twitter made me one of those "You so fucking precious when you smile" videos.
Oh yeah.
Which I was very happy about. That was quite beautiful.
Too much of Hennessy. Just gonna tell you how I feel. You so fucking precious when you smile. Yeah. Hit it from the back and drive you wild. Yeah. Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes.
If someone could whip up one of those for the two of us, on this podcast,
That'd be wonderful.
That'd be great. I feel like it would have some very homoerotic undertones, but that's
what we live for.
that's okay. that's what we live for. And I didn't manage to put this together, but I was gonna have you read some of the more amusing comments from my face reveal. For the record, I want to say everyone was very, very,
very
nice.
Supportive.
Yeah, of this horrible thing.
This surgery gone wrong.
I suspect, because my audience is very, very nice and supportive of all this, I suspect people were just being a little nice, but I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. However, I was going to have you read some of the more interesting
Can we do
ones.
that next time, though?
Sure. Although, the only two that I really saw that I thought would be hilarious, someone said, "You sounded fatter," which I really appreciate. It is the most backhanded compliment of all time. And then someone else said, "From the front you look okay, but from the side you look really gay," or something like that, which I mean is fair.
I mean, look at that.
So I think that's it for this time. Did a little face reveal action. This one's gonna be a little shorter, but that's just how it's gonna be. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Summer's gonna be great. We're gonna have lots of pods, lots of Ben and Fred watches. We're
couples retreat.
We're gonna knock it out of the park. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson. Email bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com. Thank you to everyone for being so supportive about the face reveal. It was really nice. More videos coming soon.
Oh, you know what I can link now? My Instagram.
No.
You can find me on YouTube at FDK Gaming. Getting a lot of subscribers, which is great. And you can find me on Steam at Innovation That Excites or Jody Cash.
Loser.
You can also find me on Twitter at FDK_DaltSniper. And for the first time in the Poorly Planned podcast's history, you can find me on Instagram at FDalgard.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I believe that's the end of the show.
Oh, no.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. Watching for real this time.
Oh,
crazy. And we will see you next time.
Wow.
All right.